feels amazing to be walking through the completed school. It looks amazing, seeing all the smiling faces and these wonderful classrooms filled with joy.
It does. No, I mean, it was just yesterday where it felt like this was a raw space, not one classroom, tons of piping, and here we are, gorgeous indoor space here, atrium. Love the ceiling, love what you guys did here. FRP, we don't really have to do much about maintaining these hallways, really high traffic areas.
I believe that properly planning a project as you did here really allowed us to execute in the way that we did. Having your team available to us at any time to go over certain nuances that every operator has definitely made this process a lot better from a build standpoint. Now, moving and transitioning into, it's amazing to work on a project like a school. It's such a good feeling knowing that the community is able to utilize something that we built for something so good. Walking through here and seeing all these smiling kids, it really warms my heart and solidifies why I got into this business in the first place. Watching this project go through its phases has been nothing short of incredible. Seeing the response from the community as we introduced the school together to the neighborhood.
Come check out one of our primary classrooms.
Amazing. Love seeing all the furniture.
Yeah, so this classroom is designed for ages 3 through 6. Traditional Montessori primary classrooms, we typically see about 25 or 30 students in here, 3 to 4 teachers. It's one continuous space. You'll see what a fantastic job Morris's team did alongside our design process of having dedicated counter space for adults and for children. This is a hallmark of the Montessori classroom where children actually get to have their own space. It's usable. They're involved in the process. They do their own hand washing. They do their own practical life. Owning and operating Montessori schools in my family for 30 plus years, and personally with my business partner owning schools for the last 15 years, it was challenging finding a good general contractor. We've gone through the ups and downs and challenges of general contractors maybe not showing up, maybe not being reliable, maybe not building to suit and to design, but we now have the confidence, now that we've been working together for the last 3 years, 4 years, that future build-outs are going to be done by Real Restoration Group. How challenging was it to build child-sized sinks and under-counter plumbing?
Yeah, so fitting P-traps and drains in a shorter space definitely came with its challenges, but we overcame the challenges by coring out the bottom of the cabinet and being able to utilize everything in that way. What an amazing space and great utilization of space that you guys have created for these kids.
I mean, personally, I kind of wish that we were in these classrooms as children ourselves. Really durable materials here. And Morris's team was instrumental in helping us decide which flooring to use. And I think we actually discovered this in the last build out in the South Loop location. You know, it takes a lot of trial and error to really see what's going to last. Because when you purchase flooring, you're purchasing it for a 12,000 square foot facility. You don't really have room for mistakes, and once it's installed, you really can't return it, can you? Building schools in the city of Chicago has by far been the most challenging aspect of developing Montessori schools. After having built a school in Northbrook, Illinois with my family, I was not prepared initially for the licensing and building regulations that the city of Chicago provides. Navigating those challenges has been a lot easier given the assistance from Morris and his team at Real Restoration. They have great contacts from the city and are able to expedite processes that typically would have delayed us by months.
In preparation for any city inspection, we do a thorough walkthrough with our project managers and project superiors to understand any nuances that may come up, address those prior to the inspectors getting here, and walking them through. That allows us to pass inspections on the first try. We prepare for every city inspection by doing a detailed walkthrough with the project manager, owners, and architect if needed to ensure that all of the inspected areas will be fully prepared for that walkthrough. This saves a lot of time and effort with the city having to come back and do a re-inspection.
So as I mentioned before, the Montessori classrooms are one large continuous space. This is about 1,200 square feet. As I mentioned, 30 students. And one of the things that we really love about this design process and that Morris and his team was able to make happen are our bathrooms. This is always a challenging design aspect of a Montessori classroom, and quite frankly, any early childhood education classroom. The bathrooms are really designed to have free flow between the indoor, and by indoor I mean the classroom environment and the bathroom environment. Gives children privacy to be able to use the bathrooms individually while allowing the educators to have oversight of the children and pretty much make sure that they're being safe. This was a new design concept that we talked about, and I asked Morris, can we make it happen given the surrounding areas? And as you can see, they knocked it out of the park.
We were so happy to be able to provide an amazing space for the kids, obviously to use the facilities, but also to be able to wash their hands properly and make sure that they are safe while doing it.
When developing Montessori schools, my co-founder and I look at a lot of financial figures to make sure that we're on track, because the community depends on us to operate in a way that is financially responsible. When developing properties and doing build-outs, every day counts. So launching on time really does impact our bottom line financially. I can count on Morris and Real Restoration's team to deliver the build-outs on time so that we're not running over and burning much needed operational cash, which is allocated, of course, for staffing and other core expenses. AMA has several new locations in the pipeline, one of which is an expansion of our South Loop campus that's been in progress now for about 6 months. Morris and his team have worked alongside of us from day one, and we're looking forward to beginning construction this fall. I do thank you for working alongside with me and my team so that we don't make any costly mistakes.
We thank you and your team for trusting us and giving us the opportunity to work with you and the communities that you serve in executing and providing an amazing space for our future.
Thank you for allowing us to do that.
It's been a pleasure.